Good job, ladies. Good game. Rob Knox right for the next. Just overall thoughts on the game. Obviously, y'all fell behind early in the first half. Remain calm and did what y'all need to do in the third and fourth quarter. What turned it around for you all? What made the difference?
Our defense, honestly, holding them to 8 points in the fourth quarter is a huge thing. We're able to play in transition in our secondary action. Some good hustle plays by everyone stepping up on that end of the floor. So we played defense. They were really hard to beat.
Yeah, I think she said it. It was our defense for sure.
And then, obviously, offensively, you all had.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Offensively, you all did what you were capable of doing. What made the difference today offensively? Was it more like just taking what the defense was giving you all? That's the first part. The second part, what all did you all see what Washington doing to Asia in the first half that opened up some opportunities for you all?
Yeah, I think they made a point to make it difficult for ANKP, and so that gave us opportunities. Whether that was getting downhill, shooting threes, just making the right play. I think we just came out and were aggressive from the start and made the right reads.
And then, when we're able to get stops and they're playing catch up in transition, it's really hard sometimes. Their matchups, they were closing out. We were getting downhill and spraying for threes or another penetration into the lane. So just playing off of each other, really.
All right, Paloma, you're next, and then Matthew.
Jackie, I'll start with you. Coming back from your illness, you're playing really well right now. How are you feeling with Paris just right around the corner?
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, I was sick for a little bit, few games, tried to fight through it. Yeah. But no, I'm better now. I feel good. Got my win back. And then, just trying to do what I did at the beginning of the season, just being aggressive and just making the right reads and being locked in on defensive end. So, yeah, I feel pretty good going into the Olympics.
Chelsea, you told the broadcast crew after the game that you're feeling good. You got your legs underneath you. That second half was really impressive defensively. Just want to ask you how you're feeling. You're 4-0 this season.
I'm not. No. I feel good. Getting my win back. Able to put long stretches together. It's going to take gameplay to really get in game shape. So I felt the best I felt this season. Late to the floor.
And Matthew?
Hey, Chelsea and Jackie, congrats on the win. Chelsea, I want to jump off of Paloma's question because this is the best game you've had scoring-wise since you've been back from your injury. And I was wondering, as you've been playing through these first 4 games, how you sort of been looking for your shot and taking your shots and finding your moments to try to score, because it just seems like today you were really looking to be a little bit more aggressive and taking your shot and looking for your shot. And I'm wondering how you've been doing that as you progressed through these first 4 games back from your injury.
Just getting my legs up under me. It's different from being in practice and then going up and down in a game, mentally and physically, just being locked in and being in shape. So I feel good. Just hopefully keeping that going. But it's been a process mentally and physically just to be in the moment. And today I was just able to take what the defense gave me and have confidence doing that.
Questions for you?
Chelsea, Jackie, either one of you. I just wanted to know from your vantage point, what did you see from that the Mystics were doing? Asia had like a game that's kind of uncharacteristic of herself. Her streak of 20-point games ended, so it looked like she was a little fresh before they were maybe making it hard in the paint. What did you see that maybe gave her a different game tonight than normal?
They were packing the paint a lot. Whenever she would go into her move, they were sending a double. If she wanted to go into a spin move, somebody was right there. They were trying to trap and making her see a lot of bodies in front of her. A couple of them were fouls, of course. But that, don't get fined. I ain't gonna get fined. I'm just saying some of them might have been fouls if we go back and look at it. But we have confidence in her, so we still went to her down the stretch.
Yep. Well, Chelsea first. You've mentioned taking what the defense gave you. Like, I want to hear more about that. Like, what did you see in like whole wide in terms of what the Mystics were giving you that made it so easy to get so many good looks?
I mean, I think when we're able to penetrate, when we're able to get stops and then we're playing in our flow, it makes it a lot better. But also in their half court, they were trying to take away the paint and kicking out for threes. There was a couple moments where somebody would penetrate towards the free throw line and somebody would help and we'd have to make an extra pass or somebody else to the other corner. So like they were helping a lot on our penetration and in our post ups with A. So just being there and being ready to shoot.
Chelsea, everyone's already talked about this sort of being your, I guess, best game back since you've come back. Is it just a matter of getting comfortable as you're back with the team, or was it something particular about the way they were defending you guys that enabled you?
I think it was a combination. It's my fourth game, like just being in game being in game shape, getting my legs underneath me. I'm comfortable with the team. And so just having those reps and getting back in it.
Thank you.
Oh, one more last one. I'm sorry. Tiffany, obviously, I saw y'all a few weeks ago, and it was like Tiffany's first game back. Well, first game playing with you all. What are you all saying now from Tiffany? That's taking you all to another level as a team. More so for you, Jay.
Yeah, she's a spark for us off the bench for sure. I mean, she can get downhill. I mean, she offensive rebounds for us. She plays good defense, and so just having her come off the bench kind of changes the game for us. Gives us a different look, and I mean, she can really score the ball. So I think whenever she comes in, we just start playing, a little bit faster and able to get going in transition.
Thank you. Yeah, resume recording. Rob, would you like to start?
Sure, thank you, Coach. Have a nice job today. Nice win. What do you, aside from the victory, which is the most important thing, what aspect of this victory are you very proud of, or what makes you happy the most about just getting the win and how it was achieved?
Just our second half defense. We had a stern conversation at halftime about our defense, and then to hold that team to 25 points and a half is a really good job. We became much more active. We started turning them over, and then our offense gets a little bit easier, but that defensive edge has to be there from the jump, and it wasn't. So I guess I'm really proud of them, the way they responded in the second half.
Becky. Obviously, winning is the most important thing, but tonight, Asia's 20-point streak ended. It seemed like they were doing a good job in the paint, limiting her in the first half. What did you see from your vantage point that was making it difficult for her maybe today?
Just what you said, there's 2 or 3 people. I thought they were very committed to taking away Asia and KP. KP's a killer because she gets you wide open threes. If you don't bring rotation, she's going to get a layup because she's fast. You have to close out on her hard because she can shoot. But at the end of the day, Asia's presence on the floor and Kelsey's really opened things up for other people. Just their presence, just them being out there and the attention that they demand allowed other people to get easier looks. And, we all benefit when we play the right way. So when they go, and other teams go in and they're trying to pick their poison, make these, we have other players that can put up big numbers. So it's just about playing the right way. And both KP and Asia just kept playing the right way and playing defense too. So that really helped on both ends of the floor.
And speaking of other players that can obviously make things happen, tonight seemed like Chelsea's best game back since she's back. What did you, I guess, see from her that stood out? I've noticed, obviously, with her back, the offense has been a lot better, but so is your defense. So how is she helping the team?
Well, just her voice, she's always talking. Just really her presence and her mind. She'll see things in our offense, and she can tweak them on the fly. If we run one play and they do it some way, they guard a certain way, she can then do the math in her head and be like, okay, we're going to run this play now, and then we're going to get this option. So just that, that chess level player, having her out there, really helps.
Becky, I wanted to, you were mentioning the second half defense, and it seemed like it really, kept the Mystics shut in pretty late. But and I noticed also that there was a solid 3.5 minute stretch without a field goal there in the back half. Fourth, I'm curious what you sort of saw that maybe was missing offensively late in the game that could be, worth correcting for the future, to make sure that you're executing on both ends late in the game.
I mean, they started doing some reading and stuff. We went small, they went big. Or when we went small, they stayed big, I should say. But I just went with the group that I felt was rolling. KP set a couple back picks that got us a layup. They got us free throws. So you just keep playing the right way, and that the worm is going to turn eventually. You keep taking good ones, and that's what I'm concerned with. Are we getting good ones? And I felt like we were getting good ones. Asia saw 2 and 3 bodies. I thought she got hit a couple times. She didn't get the call, but you got to go down and play the other end, next play mentality. And I thought she did a good job of that in the second half. But there was just 2-3 people. And at the end of the day, if it's a butter shot, if it's a shot under 5 seconds and you have to shoot it over 2-3 people, so be it. But I had gotten on Asia, with, she shot a rushed one and a crowded one, with, 14, 15 seconds in the shot clock. That's a lot different. So once, obviously we played defense, our offense got a little bit easier and cleaner. And we were able to get to the free throw line. So that was one thing that, it's not necessarily that we've shot the 3 well, but we were able to drive and attack the rim.
I just wanted to also follow up, just in terms of tough Asia reinforcing tough shots. It seemed like there was a lot of that from Aaliyah Edwards on the other side. I'm really curious, just sort of seeing her first time on being like on the court as a pro. What do you see as sort of the upside for her, or the potential threat that she poses if you guys are going to play against this team in the future?
I love UConn kids.
There were 2 of them in the crowd today.
I know, I saw them. Well, actually, I saw 1. I didn't see 2. I saw AZ. Paige. Oh, Paige is my favorite.
Yeah.
That kid knows how to freaking play, man. Anyways, no, I think that at the end of the day, just solid. She kind of just plays at her own speed. She never gets outside of her own box. Just really solid basketball player, and that's only going to get better. She actually gave us some problems there with her pick and roll. She was picking off our little, and then she was just rolling and causing us to get into some switching actions. And then, if she wasn't shooting a layup, she was getting the offensive glass. So once we got a little bit better at handling that action, I thought we did a much better job of kind of containing her.
Jump to Zoom, Paloma, and then Callie.
Awesome. Okay. Hi, Becky. I have a question about Jackie. I mean, obviously she was battling illness this season, but she really shined on both ends today. What can you say about Jackie's game right now?
I think on the perimeter, she's got to be, top 2, 3 in the world, 2-way players. So at halftime, what I love about Jack is I could just have a stern look with her, and she'll be like, okay, I got it. And she'll go out and perform. With her, she's always been good. All my years here, she's been good. But I feel like you can feel her impact more. There's more substantial plays or impactful plays on both ends of the floor, where I feel like in previous years, she kind of flew under the radar a little bit because of those other 3. And I feel like now, you feel her presence on both ends. And so just getting that consistency out of her, I challenge her all the time. I keep it real with her. and she can take hard coaching. She's a silent assassin. That's what she is. She's just a quiet killer. And her defense in the second half was phenomenal. As was KP. Everybody, they made it happen on the defensive end, and it kind of starts with our pickup points with KP and Jackie getting into the ball, and everybody else kind of plays off that.
Thanks,
Callie?
Becky.
I have two, if that's okay. The first one is just about that third quarter. You used your challenge, and I'm just curious kind of if you can share your general philosophy for knowing when to make that call based on the situation.
That one AC said she didn't. I believed AC. It's sometimes you just take them to just give your support to the player. I didn't even look at the replay. It was just more, that one specifically was more to show my support for my team. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even see it. So, there's those moments though that you have to support the players. In maybe some other settings, typically I only like to use the challenges when I can take points off the board. Kind of has to be a perfect scenario, but anytime, maybe on like, or a 3-point field goal call where we feel like maybe they kicked out or something, but like anything that can take away free throws, are typically how I like to use them. But tonight that was not any of that. That was just, me throwing some trust at AC.
Got it. And then my second one is from Nikias. It says, it felt like Asia was at the level more than usual against ball screens today, and the Mystics were able to get a lot of good looks. Were you looking to be more aggressive today, or was that a symptom of something the Mystics were doing?
No, I thought, we always want her up in ball screens and active and impacting the ball to a certain degree, that she at least has to be a presence. What I felt like we were doing, especially in the first quarters, we were just overcommitting to the ball and letting the roller get behind. And that's a big no-no for us. We don't want that roller to get behind. So once we made that adjustments, the other thing that we did, we just started switching a lot of the ball screens with Dolson, which kind of took away her catch and shoot threes that she was getting by the guards dragging it out. And I thought that was an adjustment that worked well for us.
Got one more on Zoom, Matthew?
Hey, Becky. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about Tiffany's game and just her growth with you guys, because it felt like today was one of her better, if not her best, offensive games since she came to you guys. And it felt like early in the game when you guys weren't getting anything from Asia and you were struggling to sort of get an offensive rhythm, she hit some big buckets and she just found those moments, and you played her late in the fourth quarter when the game was in crunch time.
Yeah, so she's learning our system. I want her to be that spark. I want her to be that microwave scorer coming off the bench. One, she's capable of doing that. I think it's in her DNA to do that. But the other thing why she played late is just her defense. She's somebody who's learning kind of our defensive philosophies on the fly, becoming more disciplined in them. The clearer my instructions are and the clearer what our identity is defensively, and the more that then she can execute and do kind of less thinking and more habits. So just the reps really help her. But I rolled with her. We ended up going really small just because of the threat. And then obviously the ability to switch a lot of things on the other end, I felt just kept us bodies in front of bodies, and just did a really great job of keeping them in front and not fouling. And I think, her defense is I know offensively she's going to have nights. She's had nights on us. That's why I went out and got her. So I have the utmost confidence in her playmaking ability. But her defense has really come along the last couple games.
Thanks, Becky.